Opinion disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed by Just Our Opinion podcast are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any of our sponsors. Any content provided by our guest or authors are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, anyone, or anything.
See, funny thing about love is you never really know when it's coming, but you better believe you'll know when it's there. True story. I must have been searching, though I wasn't looking for much. Checking out the scene, wasn't trying to get my numbers up. You know I keep it cool. I prefer to stay in the cut. Don't want no attention on me when I'm trying to shake the blues up off me. But then I saw your face, it caused my heart to race. Girl, you're looking like $1,000,000. Something about the way you strut your stuff. Oh, girl, you're fine as you wanna. What I'm supposed to do? Something told me got time to lose. Go ahead and bust a move. Funny thing about love, when it comes and goes, you never know. So you gotta keep your heart exposed, and you can be sure there's no cause and no cure. And if it wants you, oh, it'll come and find you. Fall back just a little. Don't wanna lead you on. Don't wanna push a feeling and make the feeling gone. You see, I got your number, but still I ain't used the phone, no. I let it breathe for a minute, baby. Next thing I know, you call. Damn. One thing I know about love, you never know when it's coming, but you sure know it when it does. Yeah. One thing I know about love, you might get what you ask for, so you better be sure it's what you want. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Funny thing about love, when it comes and goes, you never know. So you gotta keep your heart exposed, and you can be sure there's no cause and no cure. And when it wants you, oh, it'll come and find you. Yeah. One thing I know about love, you never know when it's coming, but you sure know it when it does. Yeah. One thing I know about love.
Yo, what's good?
What's up? Happy Wednesday.
What's cracking?
You know, that song stopped at a different part than it usually stops at. It kind of caught me off guard a bit.
It happens.
Welcome to Just Our Opinion with Robin.
Mike.
And Ty,
Welcome back, Ty.
from where?
We missed you this weekend. It's been a long weekend. It's been a really long weekend, and you were missing.
People was looking for you now.
Hey, y'all.
Man, listen, today we are talking about unequally yoked. And I'm gonna break that down because I know everybody's used to hearing that when it comes to biblically.
Right.
Kind of what we're talking about today, but not exactly. But we're talking about being unequally yoked. Should you be on the same level and on the same page as your significant other?
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all ready for this?
Man.
I'm ready.
All right, fellas, let's get it.
Let's go.
Yeah. Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win.
Man, when I tell you that theme song just like makes me so hype,
The
man.
bass line just get me.
You know, it's the I just came here to win for me.
Okay.
It's definitely the I just came here to win for me. So again, welcome to Just Our Opinion. Today we are talking about being unequally yoked. And I know I kind of teased earlier about us having some really big news coming for y'all today. I think I'm gonna hold that for a bit though.
Okay. Hold it.
I think I've decided
To
that I'm gonna hold that for a minute. I've decided that I'm gonna sit on that for a minute, for a little while.
Marinate.
Just for a minute, though. Just for a minute.
Okay.
Because y'all know what time it is. Before we can hop into this topic, y'all know what time it is. So I'm going to hold on to that until y'all do y'all part.
Yes.
And y'all part
It is
like...
crowd participation time.
It's crowd participation time. Y'all part is to like, to share, to follow, to subscribe. I need hearts. I need the laughing emojis. I need y'all engaged with me today because, first of all, I am on 10 today because I had an absolutely amazing weekend. Coming into the show after Taste of Black Spirits weekend just got me on 10. So I need y'all engaging with me today. Like, I don't need y'all to be all stiff on me today. Right. I need y'all in the comments. I need y'all kicking it with me today. Well, and with that being said, Mike, hit that beat.
Maybe we could turn them up.
Why are you so antisocial?
Listen.
Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you staying on the basketball court so much? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you out there practicing in the hot sun when ain't nobody else out there? Because I'm trying to get it.
Y'all ready? Let's go. Hey, 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 hey. All right, y'all know what time it is. Share the page, come on. Share the page, come on.
Share the page, come on.
Share the page, come on.
Share that page, come on.
Yo.
Need to share that page.
Yeah. You gotta share the pages, Robin, Mike, and Ty. Everybody wanna know why we fly. Off the Dome Records and we coming soon. Everybody know the bass go boom, boom, clear the room. It's Mike Jones on the beat. Everybody know that J.O. is the sweep. Everybody kick it, we flip it, we chip it. You gotta share the page, cause we about to rip it. Share the page.
Share that page. Share that page. Share that page. Share that page.
Come on.
Everybody share that page. Yes, sir. Yes,
I thought
sir.
you was
Yes,
going
sir.
after me.
Nah,
Okay,
I ain't going on
okay.
no beat. Listen, it's absolutely going down. Everybody's on 10 today.
Let's go.
Yep.
Another one from Off the Dome Records. Off the
Original.
Dome Records. So listen, I promised y'all some big news after we do some nice crowd participation. And I think I'm ready to share. Y'all ready for me to share my big news?
Share the big news.
Next week, February, no, we're in March now, right?
Yeah,
We're in March.
March.
We're in March now. Next week, March 8th.
Mm-hmm.
Call your friends, tell your friends to make sure y'all are watching JOO next week, March 8th, because we got my girl Coco at the table.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Listen, me and Coco gonna kick it on some grown woman stuff next week.
Get you some popcorn.
Yes, definitely get your popcorn ready, because me and Coco gonna talk about sex.
Yeah. Let's talk about sex.
Baby, me and Coco gonna talk about sex. We gonna talk about the do's and the don'ts of sex from a grown woman's perspective.
Talk about it.
Not
I'm here
these
for
young
it.
girls, not the little, not Thundercat perspective.
Right.
We gonna talk about what we like,
Okay.
what we want, how we need it from a grown woman perspective. So put the kids to bed before JOO next week. Make sure they got their earmuffs on and you got them somewhere with their iPads, because it's going to be a real grown
Woman
conversation next
I'ma
week
get my notepad
with me
out.
and my auntie Coco. Okay?
I'm going to get my notepad out.
Listen, fellas, be ready to take some notes, because I'm telling you, me and auntie about to get it in next week. I'm excited. Big things from JOO. Listen, first of all, I need y'all to understand that Coco is the queen of the D.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's Detroit's queen of comedy. Period, point blank. So for her to grace my table, man, I am excited. I am so excited to have her grace my table and take the time to come sit and kick it with me on this show. I'm just elated. I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
It's gonna be on 10.
Oh, we definitely gonna be on 10.
Yeah, for sure.
Cause listen, if you was at Taste of Black Spirits this past weekend, you know me and Coco get together and neither of us have really a filter.
No.
So you put us together and nobody's tapering the other one off.
It's encouragement.
It's definitely
I'm encouraging you.
Yes, I'm encouraging the things that come out of your mouth. So it's gonna be an amazing show next week. So make sure y'all tune in, watching me and Coco take over the JOO table, and we talking about sex. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. Get it next
Jumping
week.
off the dresser and all that.
All that.
Yeah.
All that. Swinging off ceiling fans. We talking about all that next week. So be ready, and we not leaving nothing on the table.
Let's go.
We're gonna talk about all of it.
Can't wait.
All right. So be ready for that next week. But for this week, we're talking about being unequally yoked. And first of all, let me break something down for you guys. Let me break down what a yoke is, because everybody thinks of unequally yoked and they immediately thinking about, $10,000 worth of eggs. That's not what we're talking about here. I need you to paint a picture of a yoke. A yoke is a bar that holds two animals together so they can pull some type of wagon or whatever the object is that they're pulling.
Right.
Which means that if those two animals, if one animal is bigger than the other one, if one animal's yoke is tighter than the other one, if one animal is stronger than the other one, then those two animals cannot pull the load attached to that yoke together.
Makes sense.
Okay? That's the first thing I want to break down while we're talking about being unequally yoked. This has nothing to do with eggs. We are not talking about the little gold thing that's in your egg when you crack it. That is not the yolk we're referring to.
Ooh, never mind. I'm just wondering.
You'll be surprised.
Who wasn't paying attention in Bible study?
You'll be surprised. And did they even go to Bible study?
Right. Her egg bigger than mine.
Her egg bigger than your egg. That's exactly what they thought when they was talking about. Then they're like, Bishop, I don't even eat eggs.
Okay. I'm glad you broke that down.
So that's what I wanted to break down before we get any further into this. I want you guys to understand what a yoke is and what a yoke does. Right. So when we talk about being unequally yoked, it's one person pulling more of the weight than the other. It's one person putting more of the stress of this assignment on the other one.
Right.
Should you and your mate's yoke be equal, or can you just run off the cuff and I'm going to carry this and I'm going to drag you and the load?
Let me jump in. I feel like it's certain situations, in certain circumstances, you know what I'm saying? So it's like if we're a team and we're doing things as a team, yeah, you may have areas where you're stronger and I may be stronger, you may be weak in some areas, I may be weak in some areas, but it balances out so we can still move forward. Duties and responsibilities. So can it be done if you're unequal? It's a difficult task, but I feel like in the manner in which we speak, especially today, yeah, I'm gonna go with yeah.
It can be done if you're unequally yoked.
It can be done.
So I guess my thing is it would depend on what load we're pulling. It depends on the load for me. So, for example, we can be sexually unequally yoked, which means that I have a high sex drive. You can do without it. I want to adventure do some adventurous things when it comes to sex. You are more conservative when it comes to sex. That can be a yoke problem.
Right. So, I mean, but then you gotta address it. You gotta talk about that. Like, you gotta be able to say, like, look, I understand you have this high sex drive, but we'll meet somewhere in the middle. But you can't just say, well, just because I'm not getting X, Y, and Z, then I'm just gonna go and do whatever. Then that causes even more problems.
But my question is, at what point does that really become a problem though, because I can all day say this is what I want, and I keep tapering back my sexual needs and my sexual desires while you're getting to be this fly on the wall in the bedroom and not wanting to experiment and not want to, and you're basically confining me sexually. You are literally locking me in sexually. I'm sexually constipated in this joint and you out here, yo, once a week is okay for you. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think any relationship is equally yoked. I don't care how good the relationship is. I think there's always going to be something that one person cares more about than the other. Someone is going to carry more than the load on some level than the other person when it deals with different things and different circumstances. But there are some things that's an absolute must. You want to make sure you're on the same page with, like how you're going to raise your kids, where you're going to live, how important is sex, are you going to be able to cheat?
Are you? Wait, that's a question. Wait, are you gonna be able to cheat?
Yeah, because some people live poly relationships, so they can go out there.
Oh yeah, that's a big unequal yoke. Like I come from a poly relationship, or I come from a poly mindset,
right?
And you're into this whole monogamy thing. So now our yokes is all jacked up.
So that relationship
it's 4-5 people on my side.
Right, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, and I guess you just got to make sure the important things are equally.
Well, how do you determine what's important? What's maybe important to me may not be important to you. So that's
why you got to sit down, have a conversation, and get on the same page.
That's why I got my 32 question questionnaire ready to go.
Whatever.
You have a 32 question questionnaire. Yeah. Just give me a couple. Like, how does one have a 32 questions? So, like, at what date point do you pull out these 32 questions?
I'm not gonna pull them out all at once. It ain't like here's this.
So after the date you run around, you pull out your notebook, okay, she answered 17, 22,
31. I'm fact finding because I'm not about to be. Yeah.
Well, everybody know what's their main important things that's important to me, important to them. Like, one thing for me, I'm not about to be with you if the sex bad. No. It just won't work. No, we ain't in no type of relationship where it's gonna work where your sex is garbage. And we too unequally yoked, and you too old for me to take time to teach you.
I was just about to say, so you're not willing to.
Nope.
You're not willing to.
No.
Groom and teach at this point in your life.
If she's still in her 20s, okay, I'll groom and teach. But if you 30 and above.
But what if she? Okay, scenario.
And if you in your 40s, you too damn old.
Wait, but I got a scenario for you. What if she just up until this point has not had anybody that pulls that round out of her? You know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't had nobody to make her swing off ceiling fans. Like, she was with plain old Bob over here, and plain old Bob like plain old missionary sex. Plain old Bob wasn't hitting it from the back. Plain old Bob wasn't pulling her hair. And that's what she was accustomed to for all those years. So it is fair to say that maybe she's okay with exploring some extra sexual things.
Okay, maybe she's okay. So what I need her to do is put on some City Girls, go get out in this community, and holla at me when you got some experience.
So you said she need to go be for the streets for a while?
Gain up her experience, then holla at me afterwards.
I don't think that we should be encouraging for her to go be to the.
You learn however you gotta learn.
We got to go throw it to the streets for
however you gotta learn.
I don't know if we should be
in the streets.
I don't know if we should be throwing her to the streets for a while.
We gotta go in the streets and learn.
Yeah, but at 40, going to the streets at 40
well,
is
you
hard.
should have learned before then. But that's what you get. You too damn old.
How you skip over cooking? How you raise your kids?
He straight went to the circus.
It's like, dang all of that.
She ain't got to be able to cook.
Because I
she can beat
cook.
the kids. nuts.
I didn't say that. I just said one of my things. That's one of my things. I could cook. Yeah, yes, you got to be a kind-hearted person. You know, that's one of my things too.
Kind-hearted people got whack sex.
Because you ain't beating
and
my
I
people.
said what I said.
What'd you say?
Kind-hearted people got whack sex, and I said what I said.
Well, they ain't for me.
I ain't never met a nice person that gave up that DD, period. I've never in life met somebody that was just like, oh, he's the best person ever. He's so sweet and I love him so much. And oh my God, he loves Jesus and he goes to church every Sunday and he's never raised his voice at even a squirrel in the streets and he giving up that pipe. I'm sorry.
So you mean to tell
that's
me
a lie. That is a lie. That is a lie. The good guys ain't giving up the perfect pipe. And
I ain't disagreeing with you.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
You just saying that deacons ain't got good.
I think that's to be all good guys in attendance.
That ain't what I'm saying.
We hold on.
I'm not saying the deacons ain't got good D. All I'm saying is the deacons need to be recovered from the streets to have good D. Like if you was brought up all your life, if you was born with your wings and halo, your D not good. I'm sorry. And let me tell you how I know your D not good if you was born with your wings and halo. The way I know your D ain't good if you was born with your wings and your halo is because you ain't had enough
street activity.
You know what? I was trying not to agree with you.
Yes, you gotta be in these streets to get your skills up.
So okay. So wait a minute. So because this was kind of popping. So if you got the quote unquote corny, because you know that's been hot topic this week because Michael B. Jordan and all on another podcast.
I don't think Michael B. Jordan corny, but okay.
But because
it would be a waste of all that body for him to not have perfect pipe.
But you don't know how many fine chicks out here that's straight.
That's what I'm
garbage.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they got cute girl disease.
They giving out cute girl coochie.
Yeah, and cute girl disease. Cute girls ain't got to be nothing but cute.
Okay,
and be like, okay, you know.
So the nice guy can't be with the bad girl, and the bad girl can't be with the nice guy.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that on both sides of the relationship, it's got to be a little bit of rough in it. Like on both sides, that's how you equal that yoke. Like I'm not saying that both of y'all out here, you know, giving fades. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that if the bottom fall off, both of y'all are capable. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it twisted. I used to live a life that means don't F with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need both of y'all to have a little bit of that in you because that's the only way you gonna get it and get it good.
Okay. If you walking in the room and your lingerie looking all good, smelling all good, and I'm rolling my eyes, that's because your sex is whack and I don't even want to put in the effort to deal with some whack sex.
So here's my question though. How did we get to the point of lingerie and looking all good if the sex was
because
whack?
We talking about cute girls. You know, they used to being cute and they never really had to put in no work.
That's not true. I've been a bad bee all my life and I don't mind swinging it.
Well,
that's all I'm saying.
Because them knees go out. You know, them knees ain't worth nothing. They down there licking on the lollipop.
I'm done.
Or doing that soft suck.
How did we get here, Jesus?
He want a 24/7 Megan Thee Stallion.
No, because Megan may not be good.
I'm talking about her persona. I don't know
the
her
persona. Yeah,
saying. Like that's
no. I want when you on that pipe, you just trying to suck the life out of it. You know how when you had a good drink and you got that straw at the end, it's like
moving right along.
Trying to get the last drop.
And with that, let's move on to finance.
That's how I need you on it.
Trying to get moving on to unequally finance or education. What do you think? What do you think?
Okay.
Education is different because I just need you to be.
I need you to have common sense.
Right. Common sense.
I need you to have some drive.
Right.
I need you to have drive, and I need you to have common sense.
Because you don't have to be on the same education level that I'm on. But if I'm taking you out to an important business event,
I need you to know how to act.
Yeah, and you know how to hold your own, I'm good.
Yeah, I need you to be able to have a conversation with anybody.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know, my husband and I, we walk into a lot of rooms. We are privileged to walk into a lot of rooms. And what I need in that situation is for me to be able to be pulled away and I leave you to talk to somebody and I don't have to worry about you embarrassing me. You know, I don't need Tata Taquita at no ball with me. I don't need Trayvon Quez at no business meeting with me. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
them hoarders.
I mean, there's a time and a place, but I'm not going to, I feel like I shouldn't have to put on any airs with anybody. I'm going to be myself regardless to what environment I'm in.
If it's be yourself or you mess up my bag.
Exactly. You better find somebody else to be.
Or stay home.
You better look, if it's between your authentic self and my bag, you better find somebody else to be.
You stay home.
Okay, so I just be a sellout. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. We ain't been code switching all this time.
Let me explain
Get to
something
corporate
to you.
and now we want to keep it real.
Now we want to keep it real. Now we keeping it real.
Right,
Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you.
I just need somebody who
every one of us play a role at some point. Every one of us has a representative at some point in our lives, whether it's our business dealings or whether it's dating new people, whether it's at church. Like every one of us has a representative that we present at some point in our lives. All I'm saying is if you gonna use a representative at leisure, use it when it got to do with my bag.
Right.
I get that. I'm just saying be that way no matter whether it's for a bag or who you are. Like you said, have some common sense at all times. Like don't
have common sense at all times.
Don't expect me to you get me to these balls and want me to we ain't never had 5 and 6 forks and I'm supposed to be like
you supposed to figure it out.
Figure it out.
No.
Figure it out.
No. You go to one of those
Don't get up in here and embarrass me.
Well, then that ain't the person that I need to rock with.
Don't get up in here and embarrass me.
I don't need to rock with nobody like that because I'm gonna be myself. I'm not gonna embarrass you. I'm not gonna do this, but don't try to front. And I know that you're not like this. Because I will front on you.
Here's the thing that's funny.
That's why you staying home.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Sometimes
but I'm not gonna be
every
fake,
black
though.
person in corporate
stuff.
America, whatever
we
got to
play a role because
we're
already aggressors and we already have a stigma attached.
Right.
So I'm sorry, I cannot walk into this $1 million deal and be a hood rat. Like I cannot do that. I don't care what I am to you at home. I don't care how we're able to kick it at home. There is a time and a place for everything and every personality. And there is nothing worse than getting some chick out in public and she embarrassed the hell out of you. I had a friend. She wasn't a friend of mine. She was actually my brother's ex. And we all went out one night. And she got out with, it was myself, it was your ex-wife, it was me, your ex-wife, my best friend, and my brother's girlfriend at the time. Now, me, your ex-wife, and my best friend, we can flip that thing on and off like a light switch. Mm-hmm. This chick was just hood. It just was who she was. She came out the door. The tips was missing on her heels. My mama made her take them things off, make them take them cheap ass shoes off at the door because she was like, you ain't tearing up my carpet with that. But she was just a rat. Like she was a rat. She was a rat, and it was what it was. She was a rat. But we were like, okay, maybe she know how to cut this thing on and off. So we all get out one night and we all sitting there and we're in VIP because you know how I am in the city. Like I know some of everybody. So we're in VIP. We having a good time, popping bottles. You know what I'm saying? We rubbing shoulders at this point. And here come Hood Rat, McHood Rat.
Mac Hood Rat.
You know what I'm saying? Hood Rat, McHood Rat. And just embarrassed the hell out of us. And that was literally the very last time I went out with her, because if you don't know how to cut that off, I can't deal with you.
Right.
So with your mate or your spouse, they have to be. You saying you want them to mimic how you are when you're at home. We relax. When we out in public, be a tightwad.
It's not no.
Whatever you want to call it, not the F up my bag.
If you want to call it a tightwad, call it that.
Or
but what
sell out.
But what I call it is acting like you got some damn sense.
Of course that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, like, keep it, be yourself no matter what. Like, I'm not saying that everybody know how to act, even in school, even on a show, even anywhere, you know how to act. But to say to somebody like, I can't rock with you because you being yourself, but I don't need to be you to be yourself when we get around certain people. I don't know. I don't buy
you
into
need
that.
to be a better
version of yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
Learn a better version of you. You know what I'm saying?
Go from weed, start selling crack.
I just honestly think that it's too many imposters and posers. That's why we got so much fakeness in our community, in relationships too.
Well, you gonna hate doing business with me
when keeping it real goes wrong.
Period.
Right.
You gonna hate doing business with me. Cause listen, let me explain something to you. The moment I have to walk into a room that got $1 million bag attached to it, the Robin I become is not the Robin that sits here on JOO. I'm sorry.
No, that's right.
I'm sorry. Even when I get up to go to work in the morning, my persona changes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. It has to. I have to adjust to the company I'm around.
Okay.
Now, that's not saying that, I'm out here pretending to be anything, because the truth of the matter is I'm all of these people.
Now, I am a bunch of different versions of me.
I am a freak in the bedroom. I am a businesswoman in a boardroom. I am a mom at home. I am a wife out with my husband. I am a host here on JOO. I have a lot of different hats that I wear, and I can flip them boys on and off like a light switch if I need to. That's not being fake. That's being able to adjust to my situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And again, I'm going to protect my bag.
Okay.
So am I going to, listen, prime example. If I'm in the streets and somebody come at me wrong, it is a 99.9% chance that I'm smile washing. It is a 99.9% chance that you gonna catch this fade, period, in the streets. However, if I'm at work and you talking slick to me, if I'm at work and you getting smart with me, that chance is drastically cut, because now me giving you these hands is directly attached to my bag.
Right.
Me giving you these hands is directly attached to whether I'm going to be able to do what I need to do with my life and with my family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
that's not me being fake. That's not me changing who I am. That just means that I know when to cut that thing off when I need to, because I cannot be out here just cutting a fool at any given moment. I don't have that luxury is all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's funny that in our culture, we have a lot of people that really feel that way. Like, they really feel like if you're changing who you are or able to switch it on and off, you're being fake. You know what I'm saying? You're not being your authentic self. When in all actuality, all those people are your authentic self.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess I can understand that. I'm just saying, for me, I'm just not gonna go so far fetched as to demand that somebody not be themselves or be who they are. They gotta be this. We gotta sit up there. Oh, here, honey, here's your crumpets and your tea, and oh my god, blah, blah, blah. That's not me.
You better eat them cooked crumpets.
With all due respect, I don't eat that. With all due respect, I don't eat
the crumpets, anime.
So let me tell you what the downfall is to your thought pattern, Mike. Real talk. That thought pattern is going to stop you from being able to enter into a lot of rooms. and I'm saying this out of love, it might be something you might want to switch and might want to shift, because that thought pattern puts you in a box. It puts you in a, he's just this type of dude. And you need to be able to be versatile. You need to be able to switch it up a bit. You know, you cannot go into a room with the president like you would a room with us.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be able to maneuver in and out of both worlds.
I get that. This is what I'm saying. If I'm in the room with the, like the example you said, I'm going into the room with the president. Hey, how you doing, Mr. President? I'm Mike Jones. Nice to meet you. That's fine.
I'm gonna need you to be Michael Jones in the room with the president.
Nah.
You know what
Absolutely
I'm saying?
not.
You know,
Absolutely not.
you know what I'm saying?
Right. No. Nah.
Ain't that what your mama named you?
Right. I don't care.
Ain't that what your mama named you?
Listen, I don't care if it was whoever. I'm not about. Oh, I'm Michael Jones. Michael.
You
Lavelle
are
Jones.
Michael.
You are
Jones.
Michael
I
Jones.
know that's my name, but if I'm trying to let this person meet me and I'm meeting him for the first time, he or she, why I have to be all like that? Why I got to be like that?
Because that's what your mama named you.
I got it.
That's what's on your birth certificate and your IDs.
I got it.
And all
I
of
got
that
it.
nice,
But
wonderful stuff.
president or not, it's Mike Jones.
So you're telling me when you do a job interview, you're not
Michael Jones.
a representative. You're not Michael Jones.
When I do a job interview, most of the time they ask me, is it Michael or Mike? I say, it's Michael, but, most people call me Mike.
He code switch when he doing a job.
I know he do, because everybody
him
does. Because
times.
everybody does.
What do you mean by code switch? I'm not understanding that term.
Code switch means adjust to the situation.
Right.
Like, you
not talk to my interviewer the way I'm talking to y'all. Of course, I'm not going to use the N-word explicitives and all that stuff, but I'm not going to sit up here and be like, yes, I'm well versed in Harvard and I went to that. I'm not faking for nobody. The truth, if it's lies, not the truth.
I didn't
I'm
say
not lying.
lie.
We didn't say lie.
You're lying by not being yourself.
I am being
I
myself.
am being me. I'm just
a-
being that version
right,
of me.
That's a version of me.
This is that version of me.
Right.
This is the corporate version of me.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a corporate version, there's
Yes.
a church version,
Yes.
there's a whole version,
Yes.
there's all
Yes.
the hood version.
Yes.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
Yes.
different versions.
I am well versed in shit.
all right.
There's different levels to
Yes,
Not sure how we got
absolutely. And I can guarantee you, like, people be like, oh, Robin did not say that. Like, seriously, like, I'm telling you, there are people walking this earth that's like, not Robin, no. My word. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes. And all of them are authentically me. Every one of them.
I don't know. 40,
Every one of them.
40 plus years I've been myself and I haven't had a problem. So
Where has Mike Jones moved to in 40 something years?
I have been.
No, that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. I'm saying the definition of insanity is doing the exact same thing over and over and expecting different results. Am I correct?
Right.
All right. So
Although that's not really the definition, but yes.
I'm just saying if that's what
Yes.
if that's what insanity looks like, right? Not definition, but that's what it looks like. You know, if you wanted to, if insanity had a look, it would be
yeah.
doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results, right?
Right.
So if that's the case, and we all agree with that, right? Everybody's on the same page, right? What I mean by where has Mike Jones gotten you is not where have you lived and, you know, stuff like that. I mean, truly the insanity in it. Like, okay, you're sitting here and you're arguing us down and you're dead strong on, no, I'm a be me. I'm a be me. I'm a be me. Have you reached the insanity point in being me yet? Maybe, just maybe, you might want to try it our way.
I mean, twice, like 2 or 3 times. I've literally, from people telling me, oh, you're going to be this, you're going to do this, you're going to be this. I'm going to be myself. I don't care what you tell me.
And where's that gotten you?
I'm still living.
So the next part of Unequally Yoked. What's the next one? Finances?
Yeah.
Finances.
Is one of the big ones.
I don't necessarily. So I'm back and forth about finances.
Yeah,
okay?
I am too.
I'm torn about being unequally yoked in finances because yes, it can work.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it 100% can work. You can be unequally yoked in finances. However, I think to be comfortable and unequally yoked on finances, the finance level has to be a lot higher. And the reason I say that is, hear me out. The reason I say that is if we're unequally yoked in finances, let's say the man is going to work every day and the woman's staying at home, right?
Right.
The one man going to work every day, the woman staying at home, and this is continual, but y'all struggling.
Oh, well.
Y'all,
right.
That's what I'm saying. But y'all struggling. At some point, there's resentment that's going to set in because he out here trying to get it and trying to get us into a better place and trying to get us to move forward. And he getting it and he getting it and he getting it. And he like, okay, at what point are you going to see I'm out here burning out trying to get us to this next level? When you going to kick in and when your fight or flight going to step in and say, you know what? I need to go out here so we can get this together.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So that's why I say it's a financial level to being unequally yoked financially.
Yeah.
Because now if y'all ain't got not a worry in the world and he out here, with Elon Musk money, you can sit at the crib and be unequally yoked and be his secretary or whatever it is that he wants you to be at that time or she wants you to be at that time. Right. But if I'm struggling and you watching me struggle, that unequal yoke is going to become a problem.
But if you got Elon Musk money and you marry somebody and she the housewife, you got to be okay with what that come with.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. It's funny.
Just don't think you may be the wife, but you ain't the only one.
It's funny. My husband said something to me one day. I used to always talk about how I wanted to be a housewife. That's like my going joke. I want to be a housewife. I want to stay home, take care of the kids. And he looked me dead in the face one day and was like, stop saying that because no, you don't. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, what do you like pearl clenching? What do you mean? No, I don't. Like, I really want to just be at home. And he's like, Robin, yo drive too heavy to just sit at home and be a housewife. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I thought about it. Like, I had to really think about it. First of all, I ain't playing that allowance thing. So, that's one problem with me being a housewife. Like, I'm not, you're not going to tell me what I can and can't buy. You're not going to tell me what I can and can't spend. You're not going to tell me what kind of car I can go out and buy. We're not doing that. So I got to go make my bread. So we ain't got to do that. And then on top of that, like, I just got too much drive to sit at home and, just sit at home.
Right. I don't have nothing against someone want to be a housewife. If that can work in your situation, then more power to you. That's perfectly fine. But I'm just saying, understand what housewife and provider comes with. At your standard level, then the provider is out there making the money, paying the bills, bringing home the bacon. And a housewife is taking care of the house and taking care of the kid.
So we got a comment from Jackie, and it says, you're a bill at this point.
Who a bill?
If from the example of he out here struggling and he out here, trying to get it and trying to get it and trying to get it, and she's sitting at home, and not contributing to that grind, you're a bill. You're a liability now.
Right.
Depends on the situation.
Help me out.
So if you look at it from, okay, you got somebody that's the, going out, working this, that, and the other, but that person being at home, the housewife or house husband, whatever, is keeping you from having to pay other bills that you would incur if you went to work, i.e. if you got kids at home, i.e. picking up kids from school, after school programs. If y'all both out there working and you have to pay for after school programs or daycare or those become extra bills that you have to pay because now this person decided, okay, I see you struggling. I'm gonna go out here and get a job so that I could just say I got a job and I'm helping you, but it's not really helping us. It's just to say he got a job.
So I think I definitely see what you're saying, and trust me when I tell you, I have 100% respect for stay-at-home moms and stay-at-home dads, because to be honest, it's just a job that I couldn't do. You know what I'm saying? Especially if, like I have 2 small kids. Like imagine neither one of them are in school. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a job that I couldn't do. So my hats are off to stay-at-home moms and stay-at-home dads. So I totally see what you're saying. But I think where the frustration comes in on the other side of that is, yes, you're the stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad is alleviating a bill that could have possibly, that both of us would have to pay, or, right. They're handling things that the other one, might not necessarily be able to handle at that point. However, if we're struggling, the person that's the provider not thinking of it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if we having a hard time and we're struggling, the provider is not processing that like that.
Right.
There was a point in me and my husband's marriage that I wasn't working. My son he was a little bitty guy. And we hadn't had my daughter yet, and I wasn't working. We were living okay, but we weren't living to the level that we could have been living. I had a couple different projects that I was working on at the time, but they were projects that I had just started, and none of them had kind of taken off. Now, Don't get me wrong, I had money coming in, so I was able to cover bills that I needed to pay, but he was paying everything in the house. I was able to, pay my car note, pay my credit card bill, stuff like that, but I was able to pay kind of the Robin side of things, and I wasn't able to help him. And he started drowning at some point, and I didn't really pay attention to him drowning because I was so focused on what I was trying to do in this little circle,
right.
Trying to build in this little circle on top of us having this little bitty dude at home, my little guy at home. And it caused a lot of problems in our marriage. It was real resentment for a while in our marriage. And it wasn't until I really, really honed in on what he was feeling and the resentment that he was feeling that I had to step back and say, okay, I got to figure out how to work these little projects and do what I do. And the worst part about it was, and I really think, to be quite honest, this is what my husband was really frustrated about. I had been doing staffing at the time for over 15 years. When I came out of, trying to work these little projects and trying to do this, that, and the third, I was making 6 figures first job out of that. You know what I'm saying? So I can see how it was frustrating to him. Like, dude, you sitting on a skill that's making you over $100,000 and won't even use it. You know what I'm saying? While I'm over here drowning. So I had to take a step back and see where he was coming from with that. So yes, you're alleviating, because we had to put him in daycare when I decided to do that, like all kind of stuff, So yes, you are alleviating having to pay for daycare and things like that. But what is your spouse feeling in that process? You can be unequally yoked, but what is your spouse feeling in that process? And then, so we got a comment from, oh my goodness, we got a comment from my girl, Coco.
Yes.
What's going on, Auntie? I can't wait to get you on the show next week. But we got a comment from my girl, Coco, and it says, being unequally yoked can be a mindset even if both partners have great incomes. And that right there is the honest to God truth. Yeah. Because we could both be out here making bank. Mm-hmm. And still be mentally unequally yoked. My mindset is we need to save, we need to build, we need to invest. Your mindset is I want a Benz, Bentley, Beamer, and a big stupid house, and we ain't got no money in the bank. You know what I'm saying?
Or the mindset can be what unfortunately it is too often in men and women. Your money is our money, my money is my money.
That too.
So the husband paying all the bills, or you got to just reverse. You and your husband are together. He makes 100,000, you make 50,000, and y'all married and going 50-50 on the bills.
That's wrong.
Where her 50% of the bills is
breaking
taken
her.
up, right?
Breaking her.
Yeah, and you out with your extra money balling out while she can't even get her hair done.
Absolutely.
To me that just. To me, it's a we thing. Like, why is it you put your money in the bank, I put my money in the bank. Together, we pay these bills. Mm-hmm. And then from there, okay, we need to come up with how we saving. How okay, you got these expenses, I got these expenses.
I don't agree with that. And let me be straight up. I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't agree with that. For me and my house and how I grew up and watching my mom and my dad, you know, all three of us grew up in 2-parent households, right? Watching my mom and my dad and then me and my husband, I 100%, and y'all can come beat me up if y'all want to. Y'all can be all in my inbox if y'all want to, but the show is called Just Our Opinion, so you ain't got to listen to me. But in my opinion, a woman should not pay the mortgage. In my opinion. That is just my opinion. I will help you with everything else if you need me to. But that mortgage, baby boy, is on you. That's just in my opinion. And that's not if y'all shacking up. I ain't talking about your girlfriend. I'm not talking about, you know what I'm saying, you living with your baby mama. I'm talking if you are married, in my opinion, if you are married, sir, that mortgage belongs to you.
Now, you can have your opinion, but you got to be able to, if you okay with that and he's okay with that, then you got to be able to be okay with the thing that he say too. If he say, in my opinion, a man shouldn't have to clean up, then you better be okay with doing all the cleaning in the house.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not asking you to pay all the bills, though. I'm talking about that particular bill.
And I'm talking about this particular
house. Let me tell you,
and
I blame my dad for this. I 110% blame my father for this mindset. Because my father paid the mortgage, would not even allow my mother to pay the mortgage. And the his reasoning, because I asked one day, his reasoning was, at no point ever will you be able to tell me to leave my house.
Yeah.
See, and
I understand, and I'm okay with that. But I'm saying, if that's one of your things, if you got a hard point, whatever you have a hard no or a hard point on, you better be ready to accept his hard point. Accept the hard point, yes.
So, you know, and that brings up an interesting question and an interesting topic. Because, and that it might be a whole nother show that we're gonna have to do about this, and like real talk.
What time is it?
We good for a minute. But I really feel like the men today have really come out of provider mode, and I got a whole problem with that. Well, I got a daughter I'm raising. I don't want her with no sucking Negro.
Because women have came out of the woman mode. Not all y'all want to be dudes.
Well, yeah, we need a show for that.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. I think
I'm not providing for another man.
To kind of go back to the point, it's like too many times, us men, we have to start over. So like literally, if something don't work, you in the house, marriage or not, or whatever, long-term relationship, the man has to leave and start over.
What makes y'all? This is the second week in a row y'all have said that. What? And what I want to know is what makes y'all think that after divorce we not starting over too? I've been divorced. Y'all not talking to somebody that has not been. Me and my husband both came into this on our second marriages, and we both had to start over.
Okay, so so this is what we're looking at.
Y'all said this last week too.
Statistically,
we keep the house, the car, the kids, and the dog.
And that's typically what happens.
But here's the thing, though.
And then the guy gotta go find an apartment.
Time out. Here's the thing, though. Okay. What y'all not remembering in this whole thing is, even if I keep the house, the car, the kids, and the dog. Let's say, for sake of argument, I keep the house, the car, the kids, and dog. However, that's not how that go anymore, because if y'all married, they make y'all sell that house. But anyway, you know I'm right. They make y'all sell that house. Anyway, let's say for the sake of argument, she walks away with the house, the car, the kids, and the dog. Let me tell you what the start over is for her. She might not have to physically pack a box and move, right? But the start over for her is she still went from 2 incomes to 1. She still is now responsible to figure all of this out with her income now, not her and your income. So y'all over here acting like men are the only ones that get flipped upside down in a divorce, and that's not true.
It's not just her income on her own. It's her income plus half of his.
Right. So this is what
let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you. If me and my husband got divorced today, We both got to put both our 401ks on the table. We both got to put all our businesses on the table. We both got to put all our bank accounts on the table. We both got to put the house here and in Florida on the table. Like, everything got to go on the table.
Yes.
Yes.
But we're talking about statistically in majority of marriages, women typically leave better off than the guys do.
I don't agree with that.
Yes, majority of divorces are filed by women. So unfortunately now, still in family court, women are seen as the default to parent who gets the child or whatever. So then majority of the time in most marriages you have the man that makes the most. We're just saying in the majority. So in those cases, when you guys separate, even if you split everything 50-50,
I call bullshit, Ty, because y'all get to go out and live y'all best lives and leave us at home with these big head ass kids.
Okay, we're talking about
y'all get to go out and literally. We walked away.
Live your best life with no money.
We walked away with the house. Oh, great! We got the house, but we also got your 2-3 big head ass kids in this house. And while you out with Keisha, Tamika, Tanya, and Shania up in your little apartment that you got now, and you ain't got to worry about getting them to school, taking them to school plays, making sure they got their clothes on, making sure they got breakfast, making sure they got dinner, making sure y'all ain't got to worry about none of that shit. While we stuck at home with these kids, y'all out living y'all best life. So I'm sorry, if y'all had to pay for not having to be bothered, and y'all get y'all little my 1 weekend a month, go to hell. Are y'all serious?
If that was so important to women and him out there living his best life with Keisha and you struggling with these kids. It ain't about
Keisha. It's about literally.
Okay, if that was
y'all
so
leave
important,
us with these kids.
No, we ain't leave you with nothing. You filed for divorce. Right. You left and took the kids.
Because you was out here with Keisha, Tamika, and Tanya before the divorce.
Not all the time.
Because women cheat just as much as men.
Let me explain to y'all why we left.
Let me give y'all some numbers.
Let me give y'all some reasons we left. And I'm going to just break this down for y'all. In my last few minutes, I'm going to give y'all some reasons we left.
All right.
Because you wanted to.
If I left, you had trash dick, period. That's the first reason I left.
Then you knew I had trash wang before you married me.
Let me keep going.
No,
let me keep going.
Excuse.
Let me keep going.
I didn't just now get
Let
trash
me keep going.
wang.
Let me keep going.
No.
Let
Better
me keep going.
or worse?
Let me keep going. If I leave you, it's because I could have done bad by myself. You wasn't bringing nothing to this relationship, no way. I'm over here taking care of the kids, going to work, taking care of the house, making sure the kids got their homework done. Look, I can do bad by myself. I don't need your help to struggle. I don't need your help to struggle.
You were struggling before we got married.
And my point is, you were supposed to bring value, not help me struggle.
You knew I wasn't shit before we got married, but you still wanted that ring.
You were supposed to bring
wanted
value,
to show off
not
to
help
your
me
friends.
struggle.
No, so you wanted to show off to your friends and say, I'm married. Look at me, girl. I finally made it. We did, and everybody be like, dang, she marrying that ain't shit nigga that cheated on her 57 times. She like, look at my diamond clustered ring.
Not the cluster. Not the cluster.
She got that diamond dust cluster ring. And now she want to get divorced when he still ain't shit.
I'm going to tell you another reason I divorce you.
No.
You give me one ugly baby and it's a wrap.
See,
because I'm shallow.
You knew I was ugly.
Because I'm shallow.
You knew I was ugly. You thought you was gonna have a cute baby with an ugly man.
You mess around and give me an ugly baby. That's it, and we're done.
No.
Yeah, let's make a continuation on this one. This is a good one.
No, women file for divorce most of the time, and they leave off better than the guys.
That's bull, and I don't agree. That is bull. That is absolute bull.
Bringing those statistics.
Absolute bull.
Yeah, for sure.
We gonna, you know what? That's all right. Me and Auntie gonna get y'all the business next week, and y'all ain't gonna be able to jump in. Y'all ain't gonna be able to grab a mic. When I tell you, me and Coco gonna sit at this table next week and just crucify y'all for a whole 59 minutes. It's going all the way down.
Not on mute.
He said on mute.
That's all right. That's all right.
So listen, speaking of that, don't forget next week, Wednesday, 8:00 live. Coco is sitting at the table with me.
Yes.
Man, I'm so excited. I am so excited. I sit here and halfway get beat up by these guys every week. So first of all, I am welcoming having another woman at the table where we can just talk junk and tell y'all how we really feel. I am really looking forward to that. I'm honored. Listen, if nothing else, I am honored to have Coco sit at this table next week. I am so honored. I am so honored. And listen, it's so funny because I was telling Coco this past weekend, that I used to watch her as a little girl, you know what I'm saying? And it was funny because the other night I was thinking about, watching her as a little girl, and I was like, dude, I remember sneaking watching her comedy shows and watching her do her skit and pull like full bottles of liquor out her breast. like real talk. Like I remember, her doing her comedy stuff, and like she'll come out to the stage and she'll be doing her comedy thing, and like while she telling her joke, she pulled like the glass and some ice and a fifth. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought that was like absolutely hilarious watching as a kid. So like, and then listening to her like Coco and Foolish on the radio and all that, like I'm just so like, I feel like a kid in a candy store right now. I am so excited to have Coco at this table next week.
Nice.
I'm so excited. Nice. So make sure y'all
tell
tune
a friend
in.
To tell a friend.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure y'all tune in next week, Wednesday, because me and Coco gonna give these fellas the absolute business next week. I promise y'all, we gonna make up for all the trash talking. We gonna address these things next week.
Yep. And right after that, we're gonna have us a show. No.
Right.
Y'all not allowed to get a show because y'all don't know how to act.
Yeah.
Y'all be done got us canceled.
Yep.
So listen,
was good
thank
for the
y'all.
goose.
It's good for the gander, whatever.
Right.
Listen, thank y'all for kicking it with us tonight. Thank y'all for loving on us, man. If y'all missed the Taste of Black Spirits this past weekend, y'all missed an amazing time. I can't wait to get y'all our promo reels and things like that, so y'all can see what y'all missed. Because first of all, this one was bigger than all the rest of them. It was so much bigger than all the rest of them. Shout out to all of our ticket winners that came and hung out with us and had a good time. All I know is that at least 2 of our ticket winners stumbled out that boy Saturday night. Like I watched it. It was hilarious. It was so much fun. Shout out to Lazar and Deshaun for Taste of Black Spirits and that vision, because it's absolutely amazing, and I love it. I love being a part of it. I love that we get to be the official podcast and we get to sponsor, and I just love every bit of Taste of Black Spirits, and that black excellence in that room was it was unmatched. It was absolutely unmatched.
I enjoyed it.
Yes.
Thoroughly.
So make sure y'all tune in next week. This has been Just Our Opinion with Robin,
Mike,
and Ty.
Deuces.